joining me back here, my friends. If you somehow got through my first blabber video about how I am experiencing this midlife crisis at 42 and trying to rediscover myself, then welcome back. Today I wanted to talk about something that really has been that aha moment for me of the signs are there. There are signs pointing to the fact that yes, indeed, this is the time for me to start making a change for myself and to start this process of discovery. And these signs are emotional, physical, psychological, just lots of things that I've noticed, especially over this last 6 months, that are really strong indicators that I need to be doing something about whatever's going on. As you guys know, as we age, as we get into our 40s, there are real things that happen biologically to us as women. And for me, I think on top of arriving into midlife, the stress and just constant grind of life is also starting to show up in very obvious ways. So let me tell you some of these things that I'm trying to start managing so I can be healthier and better. Physically, I've had eczema since I was in my early 20s in college. Had huge skin flare-ups. I had never had skin issues really before until college, and that is really when this skin issue began. And once I got a handle on it in my mid-20s, it was no longer really bothersome. It would just kind of flare up in small patches seasonally or if I was extremely stressed. But I live in Texas. I'm a business owner. We are grinding every day. My days are very dysregulated, and I don't always have time to take care of myself. And this summer in Texas, my skin has been awful. Started as a small patch right under my boob from the sweat, and it just migrated across my body, and now I just have big dry patches, super itchy. It's now climbing down my arm as well, down my stomach. It's just all over, and that makes it really hard for me to wear sleeveless outfits, something nice and cool for the summertime, because I don't want all of this to be showing. It's just making me feel even more insecure about my appearance. So that's one major aspect that I'm trying to get a handle on. And another physical sign that my body is trying to tell me, hey, mayday, mayday, is that my hair has been shedding so bad. It's literally like every time I take a shower and wash my hair, clumps and clumps of hair just falling out. I often have to style it like this to make it look full, because when I don't, I feel like my hair is just flat and isn't doing anything for me. It's like a bad hair day every day. The other thing is, like, literally at the beginning of the year, my tooth fell out. Like, what the heck even? I already don't have the best looking teeth, but also this, like, come on. So I need to start doing something about that as well. I also am just really struggling mentally with clarity and focus. I've done different things like trying adaptogens, and in the past, like mushroom gummies or things like that have been helpful, giving me a little boost of energy and clarity in the middle of the day. But lately it's like no matter what I take, no matter what I do, I'm just always in this like brain fog. So mentally, that is certainly really difficult to deal with, especially when my husband and I are running a business and trying to scale and grow and take on new projects and go in new directions. And that affects me emotionally, because I feel like I'm not pulling my weight. I feel like I'm not present. I'm not here. I'm just kind of floating around, which is not a state that I'm typically comfortable in. It's not my default mode. I like to always be doing something, providing solutions and problem solving, and the fact that my brain is not cooperating with me, and then that is spilling into my overall performance in life. No one's holding me to a standard. Let me just say that as well. Nobody's like telling me like, oh, you got to do better and be better. Like my husband's not over here saying, oh, why are you slacking, and pick up the pace. Pay attention. If anything, he's being very supportive and just letting me know that I should relax and I need to take a load off. And yet here I am just in my own head feeling like I'm just not good enough, that I'm not doing enough, and that just kind of spirals. And then obviously with all of these things compounding, my sex drive is just not even existing. It's not even there. It's like I don't even have a thought of it. It's so hard to feel in that mood because everything else is just so disoriented and so exhausted. So those are some signs that I have been noticing over the last 6 months to a year that are really indicators for me that it's time to make a change. Why did it take so long for me to actually start implementing these things? I don't know. I guess my default mode is always to just ignore and override and hope that things will get better, which obviously that's not the best attitude to have. But when it comes to my own self, it is hard to put myself first. And I prefer not to think about it and not to really have to deal with it. So this is what is driving me now, a year later, 6 months later, to finally start to get a handle on some of these things. My husband, bless his heart, he has been on it even before me. I think he must have been noticing things even before me, because as we started the year, he put such a concentrated effort into trying to help me, push me in a positive direction. Got me a whole new fresh wardrobe, called up our friend and asked her to come over and do my brows for me. Like, he's been trying to take care of me in that way, and it's just taking me a little bit slower to finally be on the same track and try to make these improvements for myself. And I think this is a really common thing for women my age, where we are just in a default mode of, I gotta get it done, I gotta take care of things. If I don't do it, nobody else will. If I don't do it, someone's gonna do it the wrong way. It could be like the eldest daughter syndrome that I also have, even though I'm not really super responsible in my own family. It's just ingrained in me that I gotta do it, I gotta take care of it. No one has to tell me what to do. I just know to do things, and that burden, carrying that burden of responsibility, and then also being quietly stimulated by all of the things in my environment that are just not working, that are just not happening. This constant imbalance and this constant struggle of, I shouldn't worry that my kitchen island is constantly cluttered and full. Just close my eyes, don't think about it, it's not the end of the world, versus, oh my gosh, I cannot walk by this mess every single day. I feel like my world's about to collapse. Oh my gosh, even just saying that out loud makes me feel a little bit teary, because it is a silent struggle. The silent struggle of, there's not enough of me to tackle and handle all of these things, and I don't feel like I have the resources, or I don't want to burden other people asking them to, help me with something or do whatever. That's not the expectation that I have on myself. The expectation that I have on myself is, people don't have to ask me to do things. I'm just going to do them because I'm aware. I can see, I have eyes, I have a brain, I can see that things need to get done and I just go and do it. In that sense, it's hard for me to ask for help. But that's another thing that I need to start changing my mindset around. So if any of this blabber resonated with you, if you are also living through some of these same struggles, this is just my diary of my thoughts and what I'm going through, and hopefully you'll be able to see a better side of me on the other side soon.